What's up everyone and welcome to Ola Testing. Today I'm trying out the MOOER GE300 Lite. I'm drooling. I think I did a demo of the GE300 some time ago. Basically, it was this big, something like this. Right here we have the light version, so you see it doesn't have an expression pedal. And you know, it's just smaller. I mean, look at this. Pretty lightweight actually. It has this metal casing though, which is, you know, I guess that's kind of like a half of the weight right there. But it's not too heavy actually. But even though it's really small, it still have a shit ton of outputs right here. You have, you know, expression 1 and 2, you have a tone matching send and return, effects loop right here, headphone outputs, and then we have XLR outputs and MIDI and USB. You know, it's pretty standard in today's modeling world. And you know, for the past, I would say 10 years or something like that, it has been a battle between brands to kind of have the absolute best sounding amp modeler out there. And while that battle is still kind of going on, more of the brands are also making smaller and smaller units for the touring musician, basically. You know, we see Fractal with the FM3, we see the Line 6 with the Helix Stomp Box. It's just like trying to cram everything in the same technology into a smaller unit. It makes a lot of sense because now we're sort of the pinnacle of modeling and, you know, the actual tone that we get out of these units. So they become smaller and smaller. And I think this is a pretty good size actually for a modeler. This is definitely something you can fit into your backpack. You know, you have a good solution right there. Today I'm using this guitar. It's hooked up straight into the GE300 and I'm using these XLR outputs to go into my audio interface. And that's basically it. So it's direct tone in this demo right here. And I'm just gonna do like any responsible adult would do, and that is to find the most metal tone and try and make it my own. Because that is my purpose in life, right there. That sounds pretty good. Ah, fooled ya. All right, let's check it out a little bit. So let's turn off the overdrive and then check the amp models. There's like 170 different amplifier and distortion pedals in this thing. That's a lot. They're going the fractal audio route where, you know, more is more. Oh, it's called VHS. I wonder if that's, I guess that's a D-Cell VH4. Probably. Okay, overdrive. Okay, I got you, baby. Hoogan. Randall Devil, okay. The user interface here, obviously you can see this really nice color screen right here, but basically what you do is that you move around and turn things on and off with these buttons right here, and then you tweak using these knobs like this. So here in the amp section you kind of switch rows and then you tweak using these knobs. It wouldn't have hurt to have a touch screen right here, but obviously that would just make the unit more expensive. As of right now, I mean, it's fine. For a new user of the GE stuff, I mean, I guess it's sort of easy to learn this. I mean, it's just a little twisting and turning, basically, of knobs. Change power tubes. Badger. Okay, that's a Badger. Baby bomb. Bias. Okay. That's pretty good. So if you're on an Evertune guitar, you don't need a tuner, but if you have a guitar without an Evertune, you need a tuner. So you press like this and you get a tuner, right? Oh, it's perfectly in tune. Okay, this is the problem. There it is. Found it. It has to be in drop C, not D, baby. So that's the tuner, and then you also have a looper here. You know, I suck at looping, so... Okay, let's try anyway, because I suck. I'm playing my guitar every time today. I'm playing my guitar, it's so nice. I'm a natural. So the way it works with this user interface is that you have every piece of your tone right here. So you have a compressor, wah, effects A, distortion, overdrive, amp, cab, noise gate, tone capture, EQ, effects, loop, and all of that. So like if you would want to use an EQ before the amplifier, you would put it in the effects A here. So I'm going to see if I can find an EQ or something like that. 5-band EQ. So I'm basically using a 5-band EQ right now to boost the amplifier. Sounds pretty good. Okay, let's turn it off. Sounds pretty good, but let's just... More is more. Dude, I'm actually liking this a little bit. Okay, how do I save this? Core machine, well, I just replace, I guess. There it is, saved 1,000 times. Let's just play some of the presets. It's just, you know, when you have sounds like this, it's really inspiring. You can just play one note and it becomes a complete soundscape. Very Devin Townsend. Maybe this is the reverb from that Devin Townsend pedal. I don't know. Sinian period. I don't know what a Sinian is, but she's having her period right now. Okay. All right. Sorry. That was very, very low level. Sorry. That's better. Acoustic. That's nice. That's a gold lead. Man, Stone. That's a cool sound. I like the stereo effects happening. It gives it a really wide sound. Ocean Paradise. Eight bit. That's actually cool. It's actually really cool how that works. I have no idea what to use it for, but it's cool. Okay. Gent. Yes, close, Ola, close. I'm doing my best, guys, okay? Alright, so another thing this GE300 has that I haven't shown is the tone capture part of it all. Now, with the tone capture, you can basically, you know, capture a single coil guitar, for instance, and then you can apply that to your humbucker guitar and you get a single coil sound. And you can also capture an amplifier and a cabinet. So what I've done right here, these two cables that go here, I've routed them to my audio interface and into a Neural DSP Plini plugin. And that signal is going back to the return of this unit right here. And I've actually managed to capture that. So the process of this is that on the actual GE300, I try and make a tone that's sort of similar or almost very close to what I'm getting with the Neural DSP plugin. And then I make a capture of that. And basically what it will do, will basically like match EQ the amplifier that I have in here to make it sound like the real Neural DSP that I have hooked up in here. So here's the Neural DSP. Here's the tone I made through this thing to sound similar to the Neural DSP. And then I have the captured tone of the Neural DSP on the sound that I made in this unit. So Neural DSP. The pedal. This is very interesting. I think the capture signal is very, very similar to the original right here. Basically, it's EQ matching, so it will sound basically the same. You know, after you captured that original tone right there, I think it's more about trying to tweak, you know, the overdrive and the amplifier right here to make it closer to the original tone. It doesn't sound exactly the same, but it's very, very close. And it's definitely close enough for a lot of people. So that's very interesting. So I'm gonna try and conclude this. I think the GE300 is a good competitor to the rest out there. I'm not sure what the price is gonna be. I think the bigger unit is like $700 and the smaller GE200 is like $400 or $500. So my guess is that the GE300 Lite will be somewhere in between, maybe $600 or something like that, which is pretty good. I mean, it basically has what you need in a modeler, and you have the output and input options right there. You have the USB and all that. You basically get everything that you get in other modelers, you know, and for a pretty good price if you compare. And I think the distortion sound that I made there, I think it sounded pretty good. So there you go. That's a GE300 Lite for you. Hope you enjoyed this video and see you next time. Thank you so much for watching.